Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. My name is Megan. I make videos and sometimes they're good. In today's video, it is the first of my Makeup Monday series. Every Monday this year, I am going to be uploading a makeup tutorial. I feel like I didn't get enough makeup tutorials up last year, so this is going to be my way to kind of keep on track with makeup tutorials. I'm also going to be uploading 3 times a week. Woo! Megan's not in school anymore, so she can finally do that. Monday, Wednesday, Friday are going to be my new upload days. I am very excited to have this schedule. I think it'll work pretty well for me, so fingers crossed that I can stick to it. This week, we are doing my everyday makeup routine. I haven't uploaded one of these videos in a really long time. This is the makeup I wear to work. This is the makeup that I wear pretty much every day for my go-to, even some nights going out. So this is kind of my everyday look. Really simple, really focuses on the skin a lot. So if you're into that type of thing, make sure you keep watching. As always, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, hit that notification bell. We've got some exciting videos coming this week. We have a massive Sephora haul coming for you, probably my biggest ever, on Wednesday. It is my last Sephora haul as a Sephora employee. I know, kind of sad, but I got a big girl job, so by Sephora. And on Friday, we have an extra exciting video. We are going to be unboxing my Trend Mood box. It's the first Trend Mood box from the month of December, and I'm going to be trying out all of the products inside that box in that video as well. So keep an eye out for that. But I've rambled enough, so let's get right into the makeup tutorial. Usually, the first thing I do before I put on any primer, before I put on literally anything, I will check to see if I have any like hairs that I can quick shave off. This takes me literally like 2 seconds. You can pick these up. They're from Revolution, I believe. Actually, no. They're from Flawless, like the hair removal brand. You can find these at Ulta, or you can get disposable ones online. But if I see any hair that I like want to remove, I go ahead and do that quick. So I usually kind of go for the middle of my brows because you don't want to be going to work looking like you got a unibrow. That's not a good look. And then I'll go kind of along the edges here. This one's usually like a once every couple days type thing. Just to make sure we don't have any stragglers to make it look real bad up there. Alright, so after I kind of take care of the excess facial hair, I go ahead and I go with my primer. Now, the one that I've been using pretty much every day, and I went through literally an entire bottle, and this is my new one already, is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I love this one. I have been reaching for it every single day. I am trying other primers too, don't get me wrong, but this is the one I keep going back to. Milk Hydro Grip. I always do about 2 pumps of this. You probably only need 1, but I really like doing 2, making sure I get hydrated and make sure my makeup is gonna stick in all of the places where I need it to throughout the day. I don't get oily throughout the day, but my skin does get dry and it starts to crack. And I have found that with this, it does that a little bit less. So if you've got really dry skin, this might really help you with that type of thing. I'm going to be listing every single product that I use in this video in the description box down below, so if you want to see that type of thing, make sure you check it out. Now, I've been going back and forth between my 2 favorite foundations lately. I'm not doing a favorites video for the year of 2019, but in this video, it has pretty much my staples that I've been using for most of the year, and that is the Anastasia Luminous Foundation and the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation. This has been around for a really long time. It's a really good foundation, but for an everyday type wear type situation, I've been really loving this. So I'm going to go with that one today. And I'm going to do about 3 pumps of it. The only thing about this bottle is that the cap sticks a little bit. And I have noticed this on both the testers in Sephora as well as on my own personal bottle. And feedback that I've gotten from customers. So just know that if that stuff kind of annoys you, then you might not like it. But I think the foundation is well worth the sticky cap. So I'm just going to go ahead and dab this around my face. I don't like going directly Beauty Blender to face because I feel like I lose a little bit of the product or I'm using too much when I do that. I find I use the exact correct amount when I do little dots around my face. Instead, I'm just gonna blend it out with my e.l.f. sponge. This by far was probably my beauty product of the year. I think it was a great discovery. I think, I wanna say it was like Katie or Desi. Katie as in Luster Lux. That first pointed this out, and I immediately went out and bought it because I love them and I trust their reviews. But this sponge is amazing. I will never buy like a beauty blender again. This is a $6, I think it's like $4 to $6 for one, and then for 10 you get two. So I feel like that's a really, really good deal. And it's made by e.l.f. Cosmetics, and I like e.l.f. I think they're a good company and they do a lot of really good things, so that is another plus. They've really been like stepping it up as of lately. So I'm going to go ahead and blend that out all around. This is probably going to be a longer video because I want to go in depth on everything and I don't want to be skipping around on things. So if you haven't already, get yourself a snack. And then I just take whatever is left on my hand and go ahead and blend that out around my face in the areas where I know I'm going to need a little bit more coverage. But yeah, I really love the finish that it gives my overall look. It's nice and light and luminous, but it matches all the way through my body. That's one thing that's very important for me. I don't like there being a line. I like it to match all the way through. I don't self-tan or anything like that. You can probably tell. I am so pale. All right, next up, we're gonna do a little bit of concealing. This is a new to me concealer. Actually, it's not that new to me. I've had it for probably a month and a half now. I just didn't use it for a really long time. I got this in gratis when I was working at Sephora. This is the shade number 1 of the Benefit Boing Cakeless Concealer. This is the reformulated version of that really popular Circle Cream one. But this is a really dry formula, so you can't put it all over your face and then blend it out because it will dry down a little bit before you get to that spot. So I do this in sections, but I really like the finish of it, and I'll show you guys what I mean throughout me applying it. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with a little under my eye here. The applicator doesn't pick up a whole lot is the only thing. I wish it had more of an applicator like Jeffree Star's concealer, which is pretty much my favorite at this point. Or the ColourPop No Filter concealer is another favorite of mine. I love that one, and it's such a good price point. But I'm just gonna go ahead and blend this in and up through my inner eye and onto the lid from there. This does make a really, really good lid primer, I will say. But look how flawless that under eye looks compared to my other eye here. It literally just brightened it up so much. There's no fine lines, no creasing, and it looks really, really good on the under eye, so I definitely recommend this concealer to anyone. So I'm going to go ahead and powder now, and for that I'm using the Cover FX Perfecting Powder. This is in the shade Light. I kind of fell in love with this powder this last year. I had always kind of thought to try it. A lot of people said really good things about it, but I never really tried it myself because I just didn't want to buy it. But then it went on sale, and I had my Sephora discount, so I was like, heck yeah, I'm gonna buy that. So now I have it and I'm in love with it. I see the hype, I get the hype, it is worth the hype. So I'm just gonna, it has this nice little lid. I love when these have these. Another one that has the lid like this is Too Faced, their Ethereal Setting Powder, which is another powder that I really love. And then I'm just gonna dump a little bit into the cap. And then I always just bake my entire face. It's what works for me. I find that if I brush it on with a powder brush, I don't get enough powder, or it goes on a little bit streaky, so I have some wet places throughout the day. So I'm just gonna go ahead and press it into my under eye here. I'm not like fully baking, so it's not gonna look like a lot of powder on me, but it does the trick and it gets that under eye set. And then I flip over to the fat side of the sponge and I go for the cheek area, onto the chin, And again, over that cheek area and down onto the chin. And then I also make sure to set my forehead. No one sees my forehead really throughout the day because I do have bangs. They're just clipped back right now. Obviously, you saw them in my intro. But I do get a little bit sweaty sometimes, and the powder does help control that. So my bangs don't stick to my forehead. So bam. We are all set. We're gonna go ahead and fill in my brows now with the Fenty brow pencil. I have mine in the shade, ooh, what shade am I? Black brown. It's, I think, the second to darkest shade. I like my brows dark. My eyebrows are naturally really dark. So yeah, I'm gonna fill them in. When I fill in my brows too, I really don't do a whole lot. I don't do a lot of structure throughout. I just make sure this line is pretty defined on the underside of the brow, and I just drag it out down to the tail there. And then I just kind of willy-nilly fill in the rest. Sometimes I do a little bit more of a defined top side here. I do usually try to extend this front of my brow because I think mine comes back a little bit. But I don't do a whole lot to my brow, honestly. Like you can see where that line ends though. I don't like that. Boom. There we go. Okay, so now my brows are done. I generally now move to my cheeks. And the first thing I like to do is contour and then bronze. Usually people I see bronze and contour. I just do it this way because then I can get the defined look of my cheek and then warm it up, because it's more important for me to get the cheekbone popping out there than to be completely bronzed all over, you know? So to do this, I use Hoola by Benefit. This is a really, really great bronzer. It's been around for years. It's a staple bronzer for a lot of people. So, I mean, it stands by its reputation. It's a great bronzer. So I'm just going to focus it under my cheekbone here, and you can feel where your cheekbone ends here. And the most pigment I want to be back here towards my ear. And then you drag whatever else is on the brush up, and I like to curve it up like this because your cheekbone naturally has a little bit of curve to it, so it's gonna flow with the features of your face a little bit better if you pull it up. And it'll make your cheekbones kind of stand out a little bit more. I just take a little bit and run down the sides of my nose under my eyebrow as well, to try and make this part of my face stand out a little bit more. Like so. So now this is just a little bit more defined right in here. It seems like I have a little bit more structure to my face than I actually do. Now to bronze, I use the Tarte Park Ave Princess Matte Bronzer. They do have a shimmery one that's also really, really pretty that I do highly recommend. Tarte overall is a really great brand. If you like a natural brand, they are cruelty-free. They're ophthalmologist and dermatologist tested. So this is always a good brand to go to. Yeah, it's I always recommend it. They've got great foundations. If you got oily skin, their Amazonian Clay foundation is amazing. So definitely check them out, but that's the one I'm going with here. I feel like I'm talking so much about each project, but this is like kind of what I want to do in the new year, so hopefully you guys don't hate it. So I'm going to go ahead and just lightly, again, focusing the bronzer back by that ear and then bringing it forward and up. And I used to bronze like my forehead and everything when I didn't have bangs, but now I get to completely skip that step. One perk of having bangs. And just bringing that down the side of my neck and across the bridge of my nose. And now it's time for blush. I know a lot of people right now aren't super into blush, but blush is a really great step. It brings some life back to your face. You don't want to be completely just white and then bronzed, or whatever your skin tone is and then just bronze, the blush can really help bring your color to your face. It can make you look like you've been in the sun, been outside, have healthy skin. So blush can be a true lifesaver, honestly. So I am going to use the Mineralized Baked Blush from MAC Cosmetics. This is in the shade Sweet Enough. This has been the prettiest blush for me lately. I love this one. I've been using it non-stop. I did just get 2 new ones from NARS though, from their new collection of blushes, and they're gorgeous. So keep an eye out for that on Wednesday. So I'm just gonna go ahead and keep that towards the apple of my cheek and then bringing it back and up. And then I do also like to bring a little bit on the tip of my nose just to make it look a little bit more sun-kissed because I am so pale. And then just across the forehead, on the chin, lips. You can put blush everywhere. Honestly, blush is great. So now we're gonna do some highlighter. I love highlighter. If you've been watching my channel at all, you know I love highlighter. This is a product I don't know if I've talked about yet on my channel, and that is the Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics highlighters. Specifically, the Flash palette is the one I'm gonna be using today. I do have all 3 of her formulas. If you guys ever want to see a more in-depth video on those products, I am definitely willing to do that. But this is the Flash palette. It's a really gorgeous palette here. I love the mirrored metal on it, but they've got some really pretty shades. The ones I use here are these 2. And I find that the yellow one is the best for highlighting my cheekbones, and this top one, Gleam, here is the best for highlighting my nose. So that's what I'm going to do today. And I've also got her brush here that goes with the palette. This is the JO2 brush. So I'm going to first go ahead with Sparks, which is the more yellowy toned one there. And I'm going to hit that right on the tops of my cheekbones. I'm going to try and move so you guys can see it reflecting on the light, but I don't know honestly what you'll be able to see and what you won't. And we're going to get that right on the front apple of the cheek too, and back up. Like that. And then same thing on the other side. I never know exactly how well my TV is showing me what's coming on the camera. But hopefully this is picking up because it is a really gorgeous highlight, honestly. Like, if you watch my channel, you know I'm a Jaclyn Hill fan, but I think she did a really, really great job with these highlighters. Yes, the lipsticks, we all know what happened there. They were bad, but she really redeemed herself, I think, with these highlighters, and she had a bad year last year. Like, she honestly had a really bad year. But I'm really excited to see what she brings in 2020, if she sticks with like this kind of highlighter quality, because if it's gonna be good quality like this, I'm gonna keep buying. And then for the nose, I'm just gonna pop a little bit of Gleam right on the center. I always start with the brush and then I end up going with my fingers. Brushes just don't get what I want for the tip of the nose. I like the exclamation point kind of look. Like that. Do you see what I mean? Pretty. And then I'm just gonna go the top of the lip here. Kind of make it look a little bit bigger. And then the chin. A good drugstore dupe though for her loose highlighter is the Wet n Wild powder in I'm So Lit. I love this highlighter. This is probably my highlighter of 2019. It's $4.99. It's freaking amazing. You get so much and it's going to last you a really, really long time. I love this stuff so much, and there's a couple shades now. So if you don't have this highlighter, I'm going to link it below. Go buy it. So at this point, I want to set my face before I do anything with my eyes. Sometimes if you set your face after you do your eyes, it can mess them up a little bit. It can make things move. That's not what I want, so I'm going to make sure to set it now. And what I'm using to set it is my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. This is by far my favorite setting mist. I continuously repurchase it. I have used the Jeffree Star version. I do like it. I bought it twice. However, I still like this one the best, even over that one. But I'm going to go ahead and just give me a nice spray. Bam. So now is the point where I move on to my eyes. Some days I use a palette, some days I use my bronzer. I like to use my Hoola bronzer a lot on my eyes. It's really nice to be able to repurpose things you use for other parts of your face on your eyes. Any face powder you have can work as an eyeshadow. I will tell you that now. So keep that in mind. But I today decided to use the Tati Beauty palette. I haven't used this on my channel yet, but I have been using it pretty frequently lately. I used it on a bride in December and she really liked the way it looked too. So I'm going to use this one today. You can get, it does have those really nice dark colors. It's got a nice berry, but it also has these really great neutral tones right here that are great for an everyday look. So I'm going to go ahead with this. So the main color that I'm going to be using here is the shade Soothe in the matte form, which is this guy right here. And then I'm also going to put a little bit of Aura, which is this guy right here, in the metallic shade on my lid. So that it's a 2-shade look, super easy. You can do it with your bronzer and your highlighter, or you can do it with an eyeshadow palette. It works with any colors also. So if you have any 2 favorite shades, you can use those. I'm going to use these. So I want the brown shade to be really diffused, so I'm going to use a large blending brush. This is the M511. You can honestly use this to contour your face or even to highlight your face, but I'm going to go ahead and use this to blow out that eyeshadow shade. And these are really pigmented shades, so I am not going to take a whole lot, but I'm just going to focus it on the upper crease area right here, like so. And I'm just bringing it all the way through to the center, kind of where we connected that bronzer earlier to outline the shape of our nose. That'll really help open up the eyes a lot. I find that sometimes my eyes can get a little bit droopy throughout the day, and that's not what you want while you're at work. You want to look awake, you want to look present. So this is what I find works best for combating that look. So I'm not going to take any more pigment than this. I'm just going to kind of diffuse out what's there. Maybe taking a little bit more just to bring it into the outer corner there and in through the first half of the lid. I want to make sure that I have a good continuation of the color to the inner eye. So that it looks like a natural kind of ombre look. Now I'm just going to take on my finger that Aura metallic shade, that one right there, and I'm just going to lightly dab that into the inner corner and throughout the lid space so it kind of just looks complete. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put on some mascara. I haven't really talked about my mascaras lately, but this is my absolute favorite. This is the Lash Blowout Mascara. It's an IT Cosmetics and Dry Bar collaboration. Like, look at this tube. It's so cute. It's that classic dry bar brush. But this mascara I got in gratis while working at Sephora, and it is absolutely amazing. I love the brush on it too. I think it's a really great one. But I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes first. It's important to curl your lashes, and it's important to give your mascara a good base to sit on. If you don't help support your lashes, your mascara is just going to fall throughout the day. So I'm going to go ahead, without trying to pinch my eyelid, I'm going to curl my eyelashes. This eyelash curler I have had for probably 6 years now, 5 years maybe. I got it from Tarte, and it's these Tarte eyelash curlers. If you can get your hands on one, get your hands on one, because they're from God, honestly. And then I'm just going to go ahead and starting from the base of my lashes, going to shimmy it up my lashes. It makes sense when you see it. It doesn't make sense when you say it. There, look at the difference between eyes. I feel like this just gives it such a full look without looking fake. On an everyday type basis, I don't wear falsies. I know a lot of people do, but I don't see the need to wear it where I'm just going to work. But I really like the effect that this mascara gives my eyes. I think it is beautimous. For me, the final step is always gonna be lips, and lips is easy for me. I have a go-to combo that I've been using for the past year, I want to say, and it has honestly never failed me. And this duo is from Fenty Beauty. It's not actually a duo. I wish they sold it as a duo. That would be a great deal. But I'm talking about the Uncuffed liquid lip from Fenty. What are these actually called? These are the Stunna lip paints. This is an amazing shade. It's great for an everyday wear. It works with my skin type well. It works with pretty much any eye look I do too. So I love this one. So I do always lay this down as a base first, and then I go in with my Fenty Gloss Bomb. Sometimes I leave this one out, but this is a great look for when your lips are maybe a little bit more dry. If you need a little bit of moisture, this is a great gloss. And I'll kind of just show you because seeing is better than saying. So that is the base layer. It goes on super easy. It's a really thin formula, although it's really, really pigmented. So it feels very comfortable on the lips. It doesn't feel too heavy. My favorite liquid lip formulations are going to be Fenty, Jeffree Star, and then probably Anastasia Beverly Hills right after that. Jeffree Star and ABH are a little bit thicker of a formula. This one feels like water on your lips. And then finally, I'm going to go in with my Fenty Gloss. Now, I do put this in very specific spots. I don't put it all over. I go ahead and put it right in the center bottom of this lip, and it makes your bottom lip a little bit bigger. It appears a little bit bigger. And then just on the top, right under the Cupid's bow on the top lip. Again, not all over, but it does make your lips appear a little bit bigger. After I do my makeup, I always go with my hair. As you saw in the beginning of this video, bangs down. I am always wearing a ponytail, even though it maybe looks like me, even though maybe it makes me look like a bald child on camera. I always wear my hair up to work, or I try to always wear my hair up to work. How crazy my bangs get after I put it up. So I always have to go ahead and straighten them, which I'm going to do now. Look, it stays like that. Guys, you see what I'm dealing with? Okay, so I'm going to use my straightener from Duvolle. I am actually affiliated with this company. They make some great straighteners and some great facial like skincare brushes. Check them out. I have a link in the description. You can get some type of discount. I'm honestly not sure how big the discount is, but watch how it's about to transform the heck out of my bangs. So first I'm going to go ahead and comb them through a little bit. See, it helps, but like it doesn't help enough. So as this heats up here, I pretty much just put it on the lowest setting for heat. I don't do a lot to my hair. I just do my bangs, so I don't feel like I need a really high heat setting. But this is still warming up, so we're just gonna sit here. Do 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 do. It usually heats up fairly quickly, so I'm just gonna take that through and try to pull them down and straight. I'm like not a hair guru at any point in my life. I will never be. It's like, honestly, I'm awful at hair. I can do makeup. Makeup's my thing, but hair I am pretty much atrocious at. So if you can offer me any help, let me know in the comment section down below, because I struggle. Whoop, whoop. I think my hair is just a little bit greasy right now too, which is not helping the situation. Usually I can do my bangs in like 2 seconds. So there we are. Yay! And that's the final look. Hair included. I mean, pony just kind of stays like that, but yeah. Alright, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the first of Makeup Tutorial Monday. I don't know if that's what I'm going to keep calling it, or Makeup Monday, whatever. Whatever I come with, you'll see in the title, so yeah. Thanks for watching. As always, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, hit that notification bell. Keep your eye out for a giant haul from Sephora coming on Wednesday as my last haul as a Sephora employee. It's a big one, so you're not going to want to miss it. So make sure you get that bell on, and I will see you guys in Wednesday's video.